Hello students, welcome to the class. I taught you the poem A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris, and today we are discussing the literary devices used in this poem. First is rhyme scheme. So look at the Sanja. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. So look at the last words in this stanza: stripes, cage, quiet, rage. So we'll start from A. Stripes A, cage and rage are rhyming, so B, B. Quiet is not rhyming, so C. So the rhyme scheme will be A, B, C, B. Now you will make the rhyme scheme of the remaining stanzas of the poem. The second device is personification. When any known living object, animal, bird or insect are given human attributes, then it is called personification. So throughout the poem, the poet has used he word for tiger, and tiger is an animal. That's why personification device is used in this poem. Third is metaphor. Metaphor is comparison without using the words is or like. So in this sentence, in this line, on pads of velvet quiet, the paws of a tiger, the pads of tiger are compared to velvet, because velvet is soft and the pads of tiger are also soft. That's why there is a direct comparison between pads and velvet. So this is metaphor. Next is oxymoron. When adjectives of opposite meanings are used together, then oxymoron device is used. So in this line, in his quiet rage, quiet and rage are opposite in meaning. Quiet means peaceful and rage means in anger. That's why oxymoron device, because these both are opposite words. Next is enjambment. When two or more sentences continue without any punctuation mark, like full stop, comma, semicolon, then this device is used. So look at the lines: sliding through long grass near the water hole. We see these two lines are continuing without any punctuation mark. That's why enjambment device is used. Next is imagery. The poet has presented an image of tiger in a zoo and in a forest, and we form the image of a tiger in a zoo and in forest. That's why imagery device is used. Next is consonants. When any consonant sound is repeated in a line, then consonant device is used. So students, here is an example. He stalks in his vivid stripes. In this line, sir sound is repeated. And student, don't get confusion in alliteration and in consonants, because in alliteration the word begins with the same sound. Like if I give you a sentence, black bear brought a big ball. This is a sentence, and here we see b sound is coming in starting. Black bear brought big ball. That's why this is alliteration. And here you see that here s sound is found in the starting and somewhere it is found in the last. That's why consonant device is used. Next is assonance. When any vowel sound is repeated in the line, then this device is used. So in this line, he stalks in his vivid stripes. I is a vowel sound and it is repeated here in the starting, here in the middle, and here also in the middle or in between. That's why this is assonance. So these were the literary devices that were used in this poem, and now I am giving you some word meanings also from this poem. Rage, anger, stalks, move with pride, vivid, of bright color, pads, paws of a tiger, lurking, to be hidden for prey, plump, fat or fleshy, snarling, growling. Listen to the sound. This is growling. Bearing, uncovered, fangs, sharp teeth, patrolling, guarding by regular visits, brilliant, shining. So this was all from the poem.